Elizabeth Petruccione, almost forgot my last name, and I'm here to talk to you about bad weight loss habits. And I'm pretty sure we have quite a few bad weight loss habits, things that we've learned over the years that we never thought about. And so I want to start with one that I think is pretty darn important, and that's skipping breakfast. I mean, breakfast, break the fast, right? But did you know, like, let's say you finish eating, your last meal is at 9 o'clock. Or, I mean, your last thing that you eat is at 9 o'clock. And then you don't have anything else to eat, but you don't have breakfast. And you don't have anything to eat until, it's 11 or it's 12, or you just wait for lunch. Well, if 12 hours passes, your metabolism goes down by 40%. 40. So you're not burning at your ultimate calorie, that you would normally do. And thinking about the calories, I was looking at something today, and it was telling me some of the worst foods you could eat out. And wasn't it unbelievable? I mean, like wasn't there a cheeseburger or
with fries and a shake, 3,400 calories.
Yeah, with fries and a shake, and it was 3,400 calories. That's almost 2 days of my food. That's lunch. So I don't know how we aren't all heavy. I really don't, because the amount of food, and then you have to walk 7 miles briskly to work off one donut or something like that. I'm going 7 miles. I like 3, 7, no. So skipping breakfast is a pretty hard one. But here's the thing that I think is important. For me, breakfast, I don't like to eat breakfast. It's not my favorite meal unless it's later, like 10 o'clock or something. So I usually have a smoothie with almond milk and banana, and then this week, really delicious almond milk, banana, and pineapple with some spinach. But you know what? The thing about it is, no matter what fruit you put in there, even if the fruit's a little iffy on the sour sort of side, right? If you put the pineapple even in the can into your smoothie, it will sweeten it up like sugar. You will think it's a little sweet. I had to add a little almond milk, and I'd put no Sweet and Low, no Splenda, no nothing. So, you can, and then you just drink that. You just drink it down like it's medicine, even though it was like having a banana milkshake. It was the best one ever. And just for this thing that we came up with today in one of the other meetings, the coconut almond milk with the pineapple, crushed pineapple with the its own juice, and rum. Pina colada, under 150 calories.
Yeah.
How's that, right? This is a 500 calorie drink. And here you could have it for 150 calories and tastes delicious. I'm not even joking you how good it is. But that almond milk is just one of the best things I've ever had. It took me 6 months to even get into it. So what would be a good breakfast for you?
I do the smoothies a lot, but I tend to like oatmeal with fruit in it. Either freshly cooked oatmeal or the refrigerator oatmeal.
And then it's ready and it's perfect. Now, do you heat that refrigerator oatmeal up?
No.
No? And you just like it just the way it is?
No, you put oatmeal, yogurt, some
never tried.
some almond milk. I put chia seeds in it, and then you can put whatever flavoring you want. You can add bananas, you can add PB2 peanut butter, you can do maple and blueberries, you can do strawberry, you can do whatever flavor
Anything
you
you
want,
like.
and you just put it in a container and leave it in the refrigerator overnight, and it's done in the morning. You just eat it, and it tastes like dessert. I feel like I'm eating dessert in the morning, which is
like that.
it's a good way to start the day.
Yeah, that is a good way to start the day. Any particular breakfast that you're most interested in?
I like eggs in the morning.
I like eggs in the morning.
Like poached egg. I like poached egg.
Poached eggs.
Yeah, or I like oatmeal too, but I seem to go more toward oatmeal when it starts getting toward fall.
Yeah, when it starts getting a little colder.
Yeah.
But don't you notice that the egg keeps you nice and
Yeah, it keeps you
Keeps
satisfied.
you satisfied.
Yeah.
Anything special over here?
On the weekend, I like to make pancakes,
Mm-hmm.
homemade pancakes. So, and I just love them.
I love pancakes.
Mm-hmm.
But now, you can make pancakes with, if you use the almond milk
Mm-hmm.
and using the pancake mix, like, which it's not the best choice, but it's a good choice if you're just going to use the almond milk. Maybe you put some vanilla in, maybe you put some, or you use applesauce, which is really delicious. And now you're making something, you're spreading out the pancake mix and making something a little bit more filling.
I have another, it's a mock pancake, but it's really good. You take 2 eggs and a banana,
Yeah.
and you mash the banana in with the eggs,
Yeah.
and you make pancakes with that.
Ooh,
And they come out like pancakes, and then you can put strawberries on top and stuff. It's really good.
that sounds really good.
That
yeah.
sounds really good.
Yeah.
That sounds
One
delicious.
of those recipes I found on my searches.
Yes, Pinterest.
Really very good.
Yeah, because I like to make French toast too, and so if you could get a good bread, you could make French toast in the oven, and that would be a place where you wouldn't use any butter to do the pan. Although it would be better to use butter than it would be to use any margarine.
I agree.
Okay, so let's try to start thinking about that. So breakfast is on, right? Everybody's eating breakfast. We're not going to worry about that one. Drinking soda, even diet soda, it's so bad for you. I mean, there's really nothing. If it can clean nails, rusty nails, what is it doing to your stomach lining? I'm very curious about that. I'm a person who will have club soda with lime in it, or lemon in it, or something like that, or just water. Doesn't have to have anything. What? No, you're making a face. Like,
I hate water. I have to
My
be honest,
husband
I
does
hate
too. I
water.
like water.
Yeah.
I hate it. And all the flavorings that you add to it, they have the same chemicals as Diet Coke has in it. So you're kind of...
no, for me, I'm just using fresh.
No, but I'm saying options for flavoring.
Oh,
You
right,
know,
right, right, yeah.
So like all the sugar-free juices, they're just as bad as the
Right.
sugar-free soda.
Listen, if it's
So,
sugar-free, it
yeah.
has something in it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So
we know how
I
that
have a
works.
difficult time with liquids because I don't, I can do like iced tea, unsweetened iced tea, things like that. but
Yeah. Now, are you no problem with caffeine, though?
None at all.
Okay, so good.
No.
All right, well, that's a good start right there, because couldn't you think you could flavor that iced tea up with something? Like, crush up I think peach or something like that. I wonder if you could use like, don't they have extracts, like lemon extract? And
Yeah.
I wonder if specialty stores would have things like peach extract or something like that. And I don't think that would be filled with anything, because it would be like vanilla extract just from the bean. But I don't know. So just some way to get the water in. And you don't drink coffee?
Oh, I drink coffee. Yeah.
Oh, well, then you're getting plenty of liquid in. We're not worrying. How about the starving yourself and then binging? Yeah, I think a lot of us will do that.
I do that on Thursdays.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. That's when we film on Thursday. So what Felicia's referring to is when she doesn't, that's the day she doesn't eat. But you know what? The truth of the matter is Thursday's the day for me too, where I'm really careful, because I weigh every Friday morning.
Oh,
So, it's like really, I'm always get 8 glasses of something to drink, but, I'm very diligent about whatever I eat. I'll tell you what I'm having for dinner tonight, and really, if this isn't going to be the best thing ever. We're in an area right now where fresh corn is available.
Oh, yeah.
And so I was at the farmer's market, and it was, I got 2 ears of corn, 1 fresh tomato, some Bib lettuce, that's hydroponic Bib lettuce, and a cucumber. And I'm going to make that salad and then cook that corn on the grill.
Oh.
And then I'm going to cut it off and put it on top of that salad. And I'm also going to add a half a cup of black beans, because you're going to need a little, protein in that.
Protein, yeah.
But it will be delicious. But I'm rinsing those beans off, because I'm getting that salt out of there. I'm not
Oh,
getting on
yeah.
the scale tomorrow with salt being the problem. But But I think that was one of the reasons that it took me a long time to lose weight, because I would not eat some days, and then other days I would just binge. You know, so what's the worst binging thing that you know, got anything that you, once you get a hold of it, you can't stop eating it? It's better, honestly, it's better for me
Yeah,
just
well-
not to even have one. It's honestly better to just even not have one. I prefer not to. If I can avoid it, I will, at all cost.
I think hummus, if I have hummus and chips or something,
Mm-hmm.
then I'll just keep eating.
I'll eat those until every bit of that hummus is gone. And you know, in that container of hummus is 500 calories. So, but if you get the white bean one, which I thought would be less calories, it's 900
Oh,
calories.
really? Oh, wow.
And I tried to make it, but I'm really not very, it didn't really taste as good as I thought it should taste. So I'm going to work with Lena, our little chef, and I'm going to have her help me try to make that something not fattening. Because really hummus is more about the flavors you put in rather than even the chickpeas or the white beans. So whatever it is. But I thought lemon and a little bit of olive oil and garlic would do it, but there was a little something off about it. So I'm going to have to figure out how to make that. But I'm right there with you. If you have hummus, I was so glad. I went to a party the other day and they had garlic hummus, which I will not touch, and because I don't like garlic. And I know a little tiny bit, but you know, I had an event at my house one time, and I made a garlic dip. And it took me a long time, but I had homemade bread, and so I made this garlic dip, and everybody ate it, but I didn't, because the garlic had just got taken over during the day of me, that amount of cutting up that much garlic. So I didn't have it, and everyone was coming up to me going, "Oh, this is so delicious." And the smell was unbelievable. I'm telling you, if you're going out with a girlfriend or a partner or your husband and wife, whatever, and you're spending the night together and you're having garlic, please have them tell, here, try what I have on my plate. But you know what I mean? Because believe me, you won't be able to stand it. Okay. I think everybody should have a scale to weigh on. Now everybody here weighs on my scale, and I think that's really great. But one of the things wrong with a scale is that some people will get on the scale 4 or 5 times a day. I used to do that all the time. Get on it in the morning, get on it at 10 o'clock, get on it at 2 o'clock. What did I
I'm
think?
guilty of that. That's me.
You did that too?
I do that, and I know it's wrong, but I do that. Oh, how did I gain 2 pounds? All I did was have breakfast, and I didn't have that much. Then it gets me mad.
And distressed.
Yeah, it
And
does.
what
I
happens when you
shouldn't
get
do-
distressed?
Yeah, I know you tend to say, well, I'll keep eating.
Yeah, well, look, I can gain 10 pounds on 2 eggs and a
But-
piece of toast. Then what chance do I have of losing weight?
But I am guilty of that.
Yeah, I can understand that. I used to get on the scale all the time. Now it's Fridays. That's
yeah,
it. Just once a
that's
week.
smart.
It's just too. It's honestly too much on us to do it any other way.
Yeah.
It really is. Not enough sleep. I'm saying 9 o'clock. You're starting to be hungry again. Just go to bed.
Go to bed. That's what I do.
I just go to bed. You're just better off. I mean, unless you have things that will keep you out of the refrigerator, just go to bed because you're really not hungry. You're bored. You want something to snack on, and you know you want to do this and you want to do that. It's just boredom. You're not generally hungry. If you're up at 10, now maybe you're 4 hours since you had your meal at 6 o'clock. Let's say you eat at 6. 4 hours, we're like babies. Every 4 hours we have to have food in our stomach. So really around 8 o'clock you should have a piece of fruit or something, something light like that. And then, I'm not saying you shouldn't eat after 7 o'clock. I'm never going to say anything even remotely like that. But I do believe that once it starts to be where you can't stop eating, it's time to go to bed.
Right.
I've done that many times, and I try to use hot tea as as if it was like I was having something special. It's really not special. Okay, confusing fat-free with calorie-free. Now, I just want to talk about that just for a minute on another page. About 20 years ago, do you remember when the fat-free uh, diet came along? And I know some of you are too young for that, but there was a film, and our HR directors brought everybody in to watch this film on fat-free food and how you could eat all you want anytime anyone tells you that. There's no truth to it.
Right.
That is the first lie that somebody will tell you if they're trying to get you onto some sort of program. Which reminds me, speaking of just programs, just for a second, I saw a program online today that is $59 a day for smoothies,
$59.
cleanses, and smoothies.
Oh.
$59
That's
a
ridiculous.
day. Oh, gosh, I can't even begin to imagine when I could just push my blender. You know what I
Right.
mean? It's an unbelievable amount of, but that's one of the things that, you know, they try to get you. At any rate, so this woman was all excited that we could have these, we would be all this fat-free food. So what did we start to do? Immediately, since bread was fat-free, and our favorite bread around the East Coast is Miletti's, you know, fat-free, we would get Miletti's grinders. And we would get turkey and lettuce and tomato and mustard, no mayonnaise, because that had fat in it, no cheese, because that had fat in it, right? And we would have grinders every day. By the end of the month, everyone had gained 7 or more pounds. I know, because we were all eating big bowls of pasta. You know, we were no portion control.
Right.
We were just thinking that because it's fat-free, we could have all we wanted because that's what the film told us. You know, and we, of course, thought, well, anytime it says all you can eat is a film that you're going to go, oh, I'm pretty sure that's true.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So and then, you know, then that became the carbs were bad, and, you know, after that didn't work, then everybody was saying that carbs were bad. But there's good carbs, like oatmeal. So there's perfect one for right there.
Right.
Sweet potato.
Oh, I love sweet
And who doesn't love sweet potatoes? I absolutely love it. Brown rice. I have a little problem with brown rice, but I'm starting to think that some foods are just, you know, you don't really know for sure about them anymore, anything. I hear brown rice is what's inside white rice. Like they strip off the white part.
Oh, really?
But, you know, because I don't think it's grown separately. You know, brown rice isn't grown separately. So somehow, or they dye it. And it's number 3 brown. Quinoa, which is a great replacement for brown rice or any rice. And it is full of protein, and it's pretty delicious. And you can really dress it up, and anything that you would make rice with, you can make this with. Barley. You know, like barley soup in the winter?
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, so really delicious, because you need if you make barley beef stew or soup, you need so little beef. Because
Yeah, it's
barley is very, very filling. So that's a really good one too. And then, of course, beans, nuts, seeds, all those things. Like if you just put a little bit of seeds or a little bit of nuts on your salad, these are good things. Plus, they make the salad so much tastier,
yeah.
don't they?
Very
Just
good.
it could be like a tablespoon, you know, and it makes it so much tastier that you're like a little surprised by that. And so those are the good ones. Any other thoughts on any good carbs? So but these are the good ones.
What about
Any
like
kind of
wheat bread? Is that a good carb?
Well, if it's good wheat, see, they made
Whole
the little wheat. Now, I'm hearing about the Ezekiel bread.
I
You
never
know,
heard
and
of
I'm also hearing about artichoke pasta. See, if you dry anything, let's say you dry artichokes, and you dry them, like you dehydrate them, and then you grind them up. You can make pasta with them. Now, one of the men that's in my class yesterday was telling me about this artichoke pasta, and he had it, and it was delicious. They served
Really?
it to his kids. They didn't even know. So I'm going to find out. He's going to find out more details about it. It may be the same calories. It may not, but it won't be the carb. You know, it won't be the big carbs. So, so that, you know, that's it. So I'm looking forward to the fact that there actually be a pasta, delicious, that you could have that would be, you know, because white flour just turns to sugar in your body. So that's why you're tired after, you know, stuff. So the bad carbs are cane sugar, white bread, white rice and pasta, bottled sauce. Oh my gosh, bottled sauce, really ketchup. You can't even begin to believe how many calories are in ketchup. And you don't use just a teaspoon, do you? I don't. So now we have all, on Tuesday, I train a group of ladies, and after we go for breakfast. I know that sounds counterproductive, but it's a really healthy breakfast, you know, vegetable omelets and slices of tomatoes and a bowl of fruit. It's a perfect breakfast, really. And we were all using ketchup on our omelets. Then we started using Tabasco sauce. Delicious. What an incredibly, do you like hot sauce?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Oh, it's so good on those omelets.
Yeah, I use salsa.
Or salsa.
Fresh salsa, yeah.
Fresh salsa on your eggs. Absolute perfect decision right there, because it's so delicious. But there's so much sugar in ketchup. I don't even know how that. Well, what is it? Just red dye, or you know? There's. I mean, since there's.
I don't like ketchup, so I don't worry about that.
Yeah, not ketchup. Cakes and biscuits.
Those I like.
You know what? I can live almost without cake. But boy, those biscuits are really hard to live without. I mean, I don't have them very often, but you know, one biscuit can be 300 calories. And honestly, who eats one biscuit? I don't eat one biscuit. One biscuit goes with the eggs, you know, right?
Right.
The eggs and the biscuit. But the next biscuit is the dessert of breakfast. Now that's the one that has the honey on it and the butter. You know, so I mean, so biscuits are just, you know, that's a special occasion. And soda and juices. These are all bad carbs. So, you know, we want to start to think about these carbs. And if we could stay away from these and stick to the good carbs, we would be in good shape. Okay. Well, I don't have to worry about this with you guys because I know that you do not consume too much alcohol. So, even though I gave you a pina colada thing here, you know, so that's not a big issue. But if you drink every day, that's gonna be weight on you. It's as simple as that. Even the smallest amount turns out to be, you know, just one drink. I mean, an ounce has 80 calories in it. So for people out there who actually drink, it's something to think about. If you want to drink your calories or eat your calories, one way or the other. But at least if you eat your calories, you don't have a hangover. So that's really good. Okay, eating fast. Let's go back to the old rule. What's the old rule? Don't put food in your mouth when you have food in your mouth. That is as simple as that.
That's really difficult for me, believe it or not.
It is?
Yeah, I don't know.
You know what I think is the thing is that I never was one to be able to put my fork down, so that's why I came up with that idea. But I think honestly, putting your fork down and actually just sitting there and chewing, but really the bigger point is enjoying. You know what I mean? We love our food. Let's face it. Wouldn't you want to enjoy it for just a little bit longer? I think maybe that would help you. I mean, I'm going to be sending you messages.
Yeah.
Okay, so, and then, of course, along with that, portion sizes, you know, it can't be a quarter pound of pasta or, you know, I mean, it just, you can't have a plate like this size of this and, you know, fill it with pasta or, you know, 2 pork chops, a big baked potato. You honestly have to start looking at the portion sizes. And the only way I know how to have portion sizes correctly is to have a small plate, because I have to have a plate that looks like I'm at a buffet table. You know, I mean, I have to have a plate that looks full. So most of my plates are like cake plates. And those work perfect for me. Cake, of course. Of course, it's a cake plate. Okay. Emotional eating. Yeah, everybody's shaking their head. Yeah, I know that one. Well, you know, food, when you use food to regulate your moods, that's another issue altogether, and we're going to discuss that down the line. But that is a very important thing that we should think. So, I read this one thing that when you aren't you depressed when you open the refrigerator, and you're looking for happiness and flat abs, and they're not in the refrigerator. I know this is a better way of putting it, but it's a good one. So if you're not hungry, listen, if that apple doesn't look good to you, then you're not hungry.
Right.
That's what you have to start to think. If a piece of fruit doesn't look good, you're not hungry. Being inactive. So we want to try to keep up the walking that you were talking about, going to the gym, we're taking walks, doing whatever you can to keep active. That's the most important thing. So these are the bad weight loss habits, and I hope that you'll listen to some of them, and maybe some of these are the ones that you'll work on. And until next week, thank you for joining us. This was Losing Weight with Elizabeth. Have a healthy week. Oh, I can whistle. Well, maybe I can't. Okay, thank you. Bye. Okay, so.